E.N.D here. Yesterday we all saw the new spoiler for Theros Beyond That, Heliod Suncrowned. Here it is, a photocopy of the card. I'm not printing or faking cards, it's only a very bad photocopy of the card. But Heliod Suncrowned, for 2 and 1 white, it's a legendary enchantment creature, it's a god, it's a mythic card, it's a 5/5, it is indestructible, and as long as your devotion to white is less than 5, it isn't a creature. What's very important are these 2 abilities down here. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or enchantment you control. For 1 and 1 white, another target creature gains lifelink until end of turn. And these 2, as I said, they are very, very important. I think you have already saw on social media a combo, an infinite combo with Heliod Suncrowned with Walking Ballista. Walking Ballista from Aether Revolt, here is my personal copy, from Aether Revolt that has XX, and it enters the battlefield with a X +1/+1 counters on it. For 4 you put a +1/+1 counter on Walking Ballista. You can remove a +1/+1 counter from Walking Ballista, it deals 1 damage to target creature or target player. And today I'm going to show you how to play this infinite combo and really and truly a win condition. Let's build our battlefield. Let's put in play some lands. I'm going to put 2 plains and 1 forest. Obviously the first thing that you need to play is Heliod Suncrowned. Heliod Suncrowned, you need 2 and 1 white to play Heliod Suncrowned. Therefore, this creature can hit the battlefield on turn 3, or even if you have something that ramps, if you have something that gives you mana, more mana, you can really and truly put this card on the battlefield on turn 2. Let's say here you have a Llanowar, elves. Therefore, if you have 2 lands and the elf, you can cast this spell really and truly on turn 2. In our case, I'm going to cast it on turn 3, and it enters the battlefield. Obviously, it's a spell, can be countered, can be responded. It cannot be destroyed because it's indestructible. Obviously, there are various ways how you can remove an indestructible creature, but for the time being, it cannot be destroyed because obviously it is indestructible. Once Heliod Suncrowned enters the battlefield, obviously you can play its abilities. Turn 4, let's say we are on turn 4, we put another land in play. Now it's time to play our Walking Ballista. It is very important that Walking Ballista enters the battlefield with 2 counters on it, not 1. This is very important. If it enters with 1, Walking Ballista will die. I will show you how. So we have 4 lands. As I said, this combo can be pulled even on turn 3 if you have ramp, but if you don't have ramp, you can pull this on turn 4. Let's tap our lands. Our lands are tapped, and Walking Ballista enters the battlefield. Walking Ballista enters the battlefield, and because I pay 2 and 2, it enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters. Therefore, Walking Ballista, it's a 2/2. At this stage, obviously, Walking Ballista can be shocked, Walking Ballista can be destroyed. Heliod Suncrowned cannot be destroyed unless you have a spell that tells you that target player sacrifices a creature or a creature with highest power and toughness. At this stage, it cannot be destroyed with a direct spell, but Walking Ballista, yes. Obviously, Walking Ballista can be also countered. But let's say it was not countered, it was not destroyed, and it hits the battlefield. It hits the battlefield. Let's put Walking Ballista here. We still have our Suncrowned. Our Suncrowned, it is not a creature because my devotion to white is less than 5. My current state is that my devotion to white is only 1. That is the 1 plains mana of Heliod Suncrowned. Walking Ballista, it's an artifact, it's colorless, so it doesn't count. Now, let's go on turn 5. On turn 5, you will win the game unless Heliod Suncrowned or Walking Ballista are destroyed. How this is done? It's simple. Remember the two abilities of Heliod Crown. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or enchantment you control. For 1 and 1 white, another target creature gains lifelink until end of turn. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the last ability. I'm going to tap 1 white and another color, and I'm going to give my Walking Ballista lifelink. Obviously until end of turn. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take 1 counter from Walking Ballista and do 1 damage to my opponent. Because Walking Ballista had lifelink, now Walking Ballista is a 1/1 creature because it has only 1 counter, and this is why what was important that Walking Ballista hits the battlefield with at least 2 counters, not 1, because if it had only 1 counter, removing 1 counter, Walking Ballista will be destroyed. It's a 1/1. It does 1 damage to target player. It has lifelink. I will gain 1 life. Heliod Crown triggers and Walking Ballista, and I will put another +1/+1 counter on Walking Ballista. Obviously the +1/+1 counter can be put on any creature or any enchantment, therefore I can put my +1/+1 counter on Heliod Crown, or if I had another creature I can put it on another creature, but that's a waste in my opinion. So put the +1/+1 counter on Walking Ballista again, and again repeat the process. Take a counter, deals 1 damage to your opponent, another 1 damage, you gain 1 life, triggers, you put another +1/+1 counters on Walking Ballista, and you repeat this infinite combo again until obviously or you win the game or your opponent responds to Walking Ballista and Walking Ballista is destroyed, or Heliod Crown is killed or destroyed or removed from the game. This is how this particular combo works. It's a very strong combo in my opinion. On turn 4, on turn 5 you can win the game with this combo, because obviously Walking Ballista says target player or creature, therefore you can use this combo as a board wipe. Let's say your opponent has Shroud, you cannot target him, so you can use this combo for a board wipe. You can do 1 damage every time, every creature, and you will gain 1 life because it has lifelink, or you can win straight the game if your opponent does not have any type of defense, just 1 damage each time to the opponent, and the opponent will lose the game. It's a very strong combo. Obviously this combo cannot be performed in standard, but this combo can be performed in modern and also in Pioneer. So wait for this combo to be pulled in Pioneer. It will be fun. It will be extremely interesting to see what will happen. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It was a very basic tutorial how to play a particular combo with a particular card spoiled for Theros Beyond Dead. Here's my subscription button. Subscribe for my channel for more spoilers about Theros Beyond Dead and more tutorials on how to pull certain combo in Magic the Gathering.